So this is the unboxing of the Sony ZV-1 digital camera, and this is the box that actually it comes with. Unlike a Canon, it's not as presentable as one. So the Sony is like a wannabe Canon. It has almost all the features, and it has this weird thing that is the fish cat that actually the dead cat tail that's right on top of this thing. On the back, you open this up and it immediately shoots just like a Canon. Oh, that's not a Canon, but it just shoots the zoom right out of here, and it goes right sideways. On the Canon itself, this thing goes all the way to the top and to the side. Actually, I believe the Canon version is kind of superior to the Sony for a few different reasons. One, it has the ring right here that you can move, and the Sony just doesn't have it. There's nothing you can actually move here. One of the things that I do like about the Sony is that it protects itself from scratching. Right here, automatically turns on and off, something that Canon actually doesn't have. It's always and can always get, something can happen to it because there's no way for you to protect the screen here. The Canon does come with a strap that is included, and this is a custom strap, but it does come with a different kind of strap in here. This is a super cheap strap that does come with the Sonys sometimes, but this specific model doesn't come with any strap. There's no strap whatsoever, which is a shame on the Sony. The texture in itself, the grip, is not as good as the Canon. This is version 3, by the way, of one of the best-selling cameras that Canon actually makes. And this is like rubbery grip here. I really like the rubbery grip here because it's good. On the other hand, the Sony features really slick grip. It looks better in terms of, in the pictures, you can see that it looks kind of sophisticated and cool. But you know what? I rather take the unsophisticated version of the Canon because the grip does exactly what it's supposed to do. It keeps the camera from falling down, and you get the strap included. It's like as if Sony is just by the warranty, extended warranty. If this thing falls, it falls, you know. There is no strap. This thing is too slick, so that's not a good thing. This one features 1.2 to 2.8, which is the same exact specs, 1.2 to 2.8. The zoom is almost identical as well. So in my thinking is that the Sony tries to outmatch the Canon, and it just failed. It really did. It just failed in its job. It tried to do something that was the Canon actually failed in, but it just didn't. It didn't succeed. One of the features of the Canon is it does have a flash. Although it is really small, it includes it, and that Sony does not. So overall, I still give the thumbs up, although the video quality is a little bit sucky on the G7XIII. Just a little bit blurry. Sometimes you get those bumps, but in terms of quality wise, the Sony is just hands down an inferior camera to the Canon. So welcome everybody to the Geek Tech Show. In today's video we are checking out the digital camera, the ZV-1, and normally I actually go ahead and record this on my trusty little friend, which is the Canon G7X Mark III. And unfortunately I have been having some trouble with the focus on this one, which is an ongoing problem. And I always am looking for the perfect camera for me to use. So because of that, I decided to get this brand new Sony, thinking that this is going to be really the camera I was looking for. And I recorded this whole huge video. And I was criticizing Sony, and guess what? The whole entire video got erased. So maybe Sony has the auto delete feature right inside the camera itself. That is kind of sophisticated thing. Or maybe I forgot to press on the record button. But I remember the light was on and it is shining right there. So last footage. Maybe I will find out someday. Anyways, this is the camera we are reviewing here. And this is the vlog camera. A lot of people get this because they want to do vlogging. They think Sony is the big deal. Canon is trash. Some people really like Sony. I don't. I'm always looking for an excuse to buy the Sonys, and I always find something I just like about them. That is the plain simple thing. So I watched all those hundreds of YouTube videos, checking out this Sony camera and thinking, this is it. I gotta get this. This looks like the product that I've been looking for a reason to ditch my Canon and finally trash it. Actually throw it inside the trash. No, I won't do that, but I was thinking about a few times. I was about to throw them right on the wall. That's how much disappointing this camera sometimes is when you're making those videos and everything comes out blurry. So this one doesn't do that. This one has its own issues, and they're the following. And I'm gonna name it right here off the bat, and then we're gonna go into unboxing, reviewing, checking out some actual footage. And right now you're checking out the footage that's going from the mic raw. There is no external mic that is in. I'm going to be testing the external mic for you as well, and you will figure out yourself. This is honest review of the equipment, and if I don't like it, I'm going to give it a thumbs down. So this is it's a good video camera, and that's it. That's where it ends. This is very terrible, a terrible normal camera. It is not for pictures. On the other hand, this does everything. It does the pictures, it does the video, and it does both. But it doesn't do a good job with the video. Somehow the focus is messed up, and sometimes even with the software update, once in a while it has trouble. And that's why I'm not too much of a fan of it. Although I use this, I would say 90% of all the videos on YouTube are made with this Sony camera. So you definitely should check it out. This is I mean this one, the Canon camera, not the Sony. You see, I don't even edit my videos like some other people go into fancy things. And I will tell you that although this camera is a little bit disappointing, it is nothing compared to this Sony I just bought. It makes me want something else. It's like you spend $750 and almost the same price, if it is not the same exact price as this one right here. And yet, Sony misses the ballpark by going cheap. Missing this thing, something to hold with your hand. It is just not included in the box. Are you kidding me? And here's why. Let's go ahead and take pictures. Let's say you're doing even a video. Well, they're thinking you're going to have a tripod, but what if you do handhold and you drop? See, this is why this is so important for you to have. And Sony doesn't have it in the box. So you drop, it's done. $750 in the trash. Why would you do this, Sony? I have no idea. Next big issue that I have with the Sony is pretty much the menu system. Something they could actually fix by themselves, but the menu system is just so prehistoric, and plus there is no touch screen. There's a little bit touch capabilities, but all the cool little stuff that I'm getting here with the touch screen, ease of use, and swiping is not included in the Sony camera. So those are the biggest and the issues with all the Sony cameras. Those are
Those are small, you might say, issues, but they're big for me. And some ergonomics, the actual ergonomics. And I'm going to get into all of this in this video. You're going to be seeing the thoughtful review of this from somebody who's using it to make a living. I make a living making videos, pretty much, and using my cameras all the time. I need photography capabilities, I need video capabilities, I need all of it in the camera. I don't need 5-6 cameras to do one job. I need one to do everything. And Sony fails. Big thumbs down. Do not get $750. Waste of money. You'll see. Keep watching. If you enjoy this channel, this show, make sure you hit subscribe and like, and make sure you comment right down below what you think of this video. This is done with the mic off.
So you're getting a few things in here. Opening this up, there is not much in here at all. There's a very small instructions booklet and quick start guide. Most of the stuff is really online, or you have to just find yourself how to be able to use it, which is pretty sad, because I do like the ones that come with the booklets, especially when you're paying so much money for this. Oh man, I can't believe this. There's nothing here. No, just joking. I took it out of the package. So inside here, there's almost nothing in here whatsoever. So what does it come with, is your question. It comes with a charger. And this is what is a so-called charger with Sony. And that is kind of sad that that's all you're getting by paying $750. They couldn't even include an actual charger, which probably will cost just a few bucks for this, to be able to go ahead and add a USB charger to this. It doesn't even have to be a battery charger, just this thing right here. So paying so much money for this, it is really extremely disappointing. You have to pay an extra $50 to get an actual charger. On the other hand, you can easily connect this to your iPhone and you can switch the charger with that. The other thing that it comes with is this dead cat tail. Pretty much that's what it's called. It's actually called a dead cat tail, so I'm not just trying to make fun of a cat. Unfortunately, this is not an actual cat tail, it's just some kind of a fake fall. And that actually goes right on top of this camera, just like about here. So as you can see, I already put the most useful thing on here, which is the sound right here comes with the word mic. And I do have a small complaint with that, and I'll show you in a second. But you can see right here that if you want to put the dead cat tail right on here, you can just slip it in. And when I saw the YouTube videos, I thought this actually just straps in this part in the middle, but in reality it goes right here. I don't know, my take on this, I wish this thing was kind of a better kind of a file that they use. It's not really soft touch. I wish they came up with something else instead of this. It just looks like it has like some hair on top of your camera, which is weird in some ways. But if it works, it works. That's all I really care about. The only other downside of this thing is that, upside and downside that is, it has an ability for you to put an external flash or a sound mic on top. But there is a big problem with that. If you accidentally lose this piece, you're out of luck. Probably doesn't cost almost nothing, but it's going to be gone. So this is why I bought this for. One of the reasons is that now if I'm doing a YouTube video, I have my mic, I can see myself, and no more blurry images that I'm getting with my G7X Mark III, which had a lot of issues with that. Even though they fixed it, supposedly fixed it, it was not good. So the only other downside here is you can see it's not directly straight. It is sideways here, just a little bit sideways. You can tell. So that's not good. That's one issue. The good thing is you can protect your screen, flipping it like this, and nothing will happen to it. So a lot of small things that right off the bat I'm having issues with this camera, and this is just technical stuff right here that you can actually tell. Next one is when you put this on, I want this to have been on this side, because now we have this cable that is spinning over here. I would have rather have it on this side, but there's only one issue. This is the reason why they made it on this side. The reason why is that when you get this out, just like this would go right in the way. And that brings me to the other big fault of this camera. If you can imagine what it is, I'll show you right now. What do you think it is? You can probably see it right here. It got two different function modes right next to each other. So this is the video mode, which is good. You want to have a video mode easily here. The downside, there was no touch screen. Right here, there was no touch screen at all that you can press on and get this to record. So although you can actually press on here and get this to focus, there is a few things that you can't do. So first of all, no record that you could do here. You could do it with my other camera. This is good that you can record from this one. There is no flash at all, zero flash whatsoever with this camera. It does not have anything that spins here, which is a bummer. It doesn't spin. This is something I'm saddened that it doesn't have, is that this thing right here is not spinning. And that would have been awesome if it had that. In the picture, when I saw this thing right here, I was like, huh, it probably is spinning, but no, nothing is going to spin here. So you can't go autofocus or do stuff from over here that you possibly could do. So that's already a bummer right off the box. Another one right there is that it has the on and off button and the mode button right next to each other, and they look almost identical. So you could accidentally press on the mode and nothing happens. You want to turn it off. Turn it on, you're pressing on the mode instead of on. So that's not good. You shouldn't have two different buttons right next to each other that are almost the same identical function. Another one is this sound thing. I do like the way there is so much sound that's going to capture. There is actually one issue with this. The biggest issue is that any kind of speck of dust just gets right on here, right on top of here. I don't know if you can actually see this, but yeah, you can. You see, like every kind of speck of dust just gets stuck right on those holes, and it's like really big trouble to get them out. So this is my unboxing experience with this thing. It also looks kind of weird. I mean, this is useful, but they could have made it just a little bit more look better, I would say, feel better. I like this part right here. And overall, this camera been a little bit disappointing right off the bat of the box. But the biggest question is, what kind of images and video quality does it actually do? Let's find out. So I want to show you pretty much how the pictures actually came out, and this is shown on my Canon because it's just easier to swipe and zoom in so you can see all the details over here, or lack of them. There was a lot of details in the pictures. I'm not really complaining about the actual pictures themselves.
The biggest issues that I have with this camera is the following. First of all, it's not made to be a camera, it's made to be a video camera. It doesn't have a zoom feature in here as it actually should. It's very limited zoom. The pictures, the macro pictures come okay. The zoom pictures come good. They are not that great because there's not much of a zoom here. And the normal pictures come up okay as well. This is not a camera you want to get for taking pictures. And here is why. If the picture is just in a location where it's not bright enough, you can see right here it just comes out very dark. It doesn't come out good. This one is okay as well. As you can see, a little bit of darkness, and I'm talking about just a little bit of darkness will make the picture just not stand out. The colors are not vibrant, they're not really as good looking. And specifically you can see right here, when I took a picture of my pug, everything is like way too dark. Everything is just too dark, out of focus, a lot of too darkness, and it's just not good. The pictures just didn't come out, and if this was a Canon camera, it wouldn't do it. It would totally capture this picture, and with the ability of this camera to capture a lot of light, you would assume that it should take a very good image, and it just doesn't. It fails where it should actually focus. So I definitely do not recommend for you to get this camera, especially if you are going into and getting it for photography and for videography as well. Are you ready to get your food, man? High five me. No, high five. Yeah. High five. Hi. Yes. Slap five. Yeah. Slap five again. Yes. Now, you're gonna be a good boy. You're gonna show people how smart you are, okay? And you guys can follow Max the Pug. There's gonna be a link right down below where you can check out this beautiful little animal. And I'm checking right now for you, showing you the focus with this, using this beautiful pug here. So, you ready to eat, man? Show people how smart you are. Now, I'm gonna be putting this bone. Here you see, he wants the bone. I'm going to be putting this bone, you see, you can find me. Yeah, I'm going to be putting the bone right here, right there, right there. But he's not going to touch it because he knows better, right? Until I tell him to go. Go! Wait, where are you looking at? Right here, go! So this is with the mic on, and I don't know if you can tell the difference with the sound quality, and I'm going to be doing and giving the actual rating for this camera. Out of 10 stars, I give it a 7. It's not a bad camera. It does everything it needs to actually do. The biggest issues is complication in terms of the menu. Menu is not simple. If you're not a Sony dude, you don't know what in the world you're doing with the whole menu. There's just too much options, sophistications in here. And other problems, it is just a little too expensive for what you're getting, and no charger. You have to find your own USB port, just plug it in. You can't even get the battery out. The battery is just terrible. And above all, I'm not sure I like the mirror, the flip side going right here, especially since it's not actually straight. It's a little bit sideways. So if you look at yourself, I keep on looking over here. So I actually don't like that much. I don't know, some people actually might like this because you can put the external mic on here, but look at this. This is on the top. So if you're looking right at the camera because you know it's right here. Now the trick is to stay right there. So overall, like small little things, and it makes such a big difference when you have a camera. So do I give it a thumbs up? It's really hard to give it a thumbs up. So thumbs down. 7 but a thumbs down. Sad Sony. Hopefully someday you'll make the perfect camera. And maybe the other lines are much better, but this specific line, maybe the next variation is gonna get it right. Maybe they're gonna be watching this video and thinking and remastering, which is the masterpiece, is still the best. #1 camera. Although it has its trouble, I still love it.